What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran giving you that Friday energy on a Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everybody. We have a great episode for you. And finally, the reveal of the guests we've been teasing for quite too long now.
Yep.
But before we get into all of that, Chicks in the Office is presented by Microsoft Copilot. Before we get into the drama, our really cute interview you're going to see, we need to talk about the thing that is keeping everyone's lives organized right now, and that is Microsoft 365 Copilot.
You are right, Rhea, because the world moves fast. Your workday even faster. Pitching products, drafting reports, analyzing data. Microsoft 365 Copilot is your AI assistant for work, built into Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and other Microsoft 365 apps you use, helping you quickly write, analyze, create, and summarize. So you can cut through all the clutter and clear the path to your best work. That way, when you're working, you can get rid of all that little busy work, get the help from Microsoft Copilot, stay organized, and get your tasks done a little faster.
Right, and you can learn more at Microsoft.com/M365 Copilot. Finally, the reveal is here. You can see that the super cute, fun little guest we were teasing was the fabulous and talented Miss Piggy, which we will put at the end of today's episode. So much fun, super cute. And we'll just let you guys listen to it and, watch for yourself.
Exactly. It was an honor to be in her presence.
It really was. And let me tell you, the entire office felt that way. The buzz that was going around here, that people got to meet Miss Piggy, take pictures with Miss Piggy. It was nonstop.
It was. And
I'm being dead serious.
Yeah, no, it really was.
I still have a memento here.
Ooh.
She left some of her boa for
No, when
you?
she left, we had to vacuum the floor. The whole floor was covered in her boa.
Well, she needs to look fabulous. So, no, it was amazing. Our coworkers were lined up outside the studio to take photos with Miss Piggy when we were done. Lots of pictures, and it was great. And really, can't share too much more because it's the magic of Miss Piggy.
Exactly. So go listen to that. Enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. We had so much fun doing this with Miss Piggy. And on top of all of that, tickets are on sale for our tour. We are coming to a city near you. We are headed to Charlotte, Seattle, San Diego, Dallas, Boston, and Minneapolis. We cannot wait to see all of you there. So make sure you're getting your tickets. You can find it in the link in the description or on our socials. We can't wait to hang out with you guys and just have a fantastic show. How are we feeling on this Wednesday or this Tuesday?
Right. I'm okay. I'm a little tired. I got a headache. But let's not focus on that.
Okay. All right. We can move past it.
I gotta move past it.
Yeah.
But I'm not feeling super spry. I'm going to San Francisco because we are kicking off the new season of The Dozen.
Yes.
Which I'm very excited for because, championship to defend.
Hell yeah.
Which is going to be great. And I'm really looking forward to it. But it's just a long trip. It's a long trip for 2 days to San Francisco. And I think it's because the Super Bowl was so amazing for me last year because the Eagles were playing and they won, that this year I'm like,
but it's fun.
my teams aren't playing.
Right, but no stakes. Like you get to just enjoy the Super Bowl.
No, that is true.
Isn't it exciting to be able to watch the Super Bowl without a lot of pressure? Enjoy the game, enjoy the performances, enjoy the commercials.
Definitely. And I would feel that way if I was going to be in San Francisco all week.
Right, no, but at home, I'm saying.
No, I know, but I think it would almost be, I'm saying I would enjoy my trip more if I had that whole extended time there to do all the fun stuff that comes with being at the Super Bowl.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
You're playing some trivia.
But we're doing trivia.
And it's going to be a blast.
And to be honest, I don't know if I'm spoiling this. I'm probably not at this point because the show's on Thursday. But we're having celebrity players join the teams for the tournament.
Yeah, I saw some have been announced.
Yes, Boston Rob is part of it. I'm just saying because I don't think our team has been announced yet. But I'm going to say it anyway because it's happening on Thursday. And sorry to Jeff D-Lo if I'm spoiling this. But ours is Bobby Bones.
Now,
Did I say this already? No, or did I just talk to you about it?
we just talked about it privately.
Yeah.
Now, my question is,
Yep.
are we going to address to Bobby Bones that you were so against him with Dancing with the Stars? Or are we like moving past that?
You know,
It might be
if
funny.
it comes up, sure. I plan on resharing the graphic when it's announced and making some sort of joke about, I hope he doesn't ask me who I was rooting for on Dance with the Stars season, whatever season he was on, I forget.
It might be funny to, like, if you're going to post that, then it might be funny to, like, break the ice with him, like, when you first meet him and be like,
see, but
I'm a big
my
Dancer with
thing
the
is, though,
Stars.
is I don't know if he thinks it's funny. Because he seemed very sensitive about it the last couple months.
Right.
So, like, I don't know if he's in that ha
And you
laugh
also
stage
want him
about it.
Want him to play well because he's on your team, so you don't want to throw him off right before the game starts.
Yes. Now, you know, I have two other guys on my team, and Brandon and PFT are friendly with Bobby Bones. So they were like, well, we'd love to have him. And I was like, well, you know, I've certainly said my fair share about Bobby Bones through the years, but whatever you guys want.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if they wanted to have him on the team and knowing your past.
Well, I felt
then
bad because
that's on
PFT was
them.
like, he's lovely. And I'm like, no, I'm sure he is. He just didn't deserve to win Dance with the Stars.
Right. But we're going to have to.
And I made that opinion very clear for many years now.
You're going to have to come to an agreement to just like be a very strong trivia team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dancing is not in the
No,
cards.
no.
And we don't have to worry about that.
No. Unless Jeff Dulo decides to throw us
A Dancing with the Stars question and you know it and Bobby Bones doesn't.
Oh my God, imagine I said, Jeff, you need to make my niche Dancing with the Stars for this one. But no.
Would be pretty funny.
Yeah, it would be. That opportunity could maybe come at a later date. But no, the tournament will be really fun. I'm excited to have like celebrity guests be part of it. I didn't know the other teams who they were having. So when I saw Boston Rob, I was kind of like, what the fuck?
I honestly was pumped to see Boston Rob, but then I was like pissed he wasn't on your team.
Yeah, I was like, in my mind, I kind of was like, Jeff, like, you didn't think Boston Rob should be on my team? We have the same last name.
Exactly. Yeah, I saw that and I was like kind of salty for you.
Yeah. And then I was thinking
bullshit.
like, he's playing with Titus's team, which is Titus, KB, and Nick. And I'm like, is Boston Rob close with any of those humans?
They don't care about Boston Rob.
Do they know Boston
like you
Rob?
do? No way. Maybe they do.
I'm
just saying
maybe
no.
like Boston Rob's been on Mostly Sports like many times and I have no clue, but
I don't think so.
I don't think he has.
No. Maybe you could do a swap.
I'm gonna text Jeff right now and be like,
How the fuck
how
did
the
Boston
fuck
Rob
did
get on
they
that
get
team?
on? But like, how? Come on, I didn't get Boston. My dear friend Boston Rob.
You could have reached out to Dylan Efron.
Yeah, that's true.
A different Dancing with the Stars
on who
teammate.
on what you know, you never know who's gonna be out there. It's like I feel like Jeff knows people that are gonna be at the Super Bowl.
I feel like San Francisco though is going to have a lot of people because it's close. It's in
Right, close
in
to
California,
LA.
so I feel like people. Yeah, no, right? It's like in the same state.
Yeah, it's just in the
so
same
it's still
state.
far,
Still a flight.
right? But people are like, I'll pop over.
Yeah. No, you're definitely right about that. I'm sure people
Yeah.
are doing that. But no, I'm excited for that. It's gonna be fun. And I'm back Friday. So
Quick
yes, you are
turnaround.
right. It will be an enjoyable at home Super Bowl.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm already thinking about what I'm going to make for Super Bowl Sunday.
Yes,
what kind
I'm
of
already thinking
snacks?
about the snacks too.
You know. Oh, it started like this past weekend.
Yeah.
Where I was thinking about what snacks I was going to be
know.
having next weekend.
And the Grammys made me so excited for Bad Bunny that I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait.
Oh my God, I cannot wait to dance my
I know.
little ass off.
People think that Cardi B might go out there now
With Bad Bunny?
With Bad Bunny, because she's going to be at the game. They have a song.
Maybe.
I'm not like excited about that either way. You know, that
I
doesn't
would
do it
be.
for me.
If she popped on, I would be hyped. But
Yeah.
if not, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
You know? But I think that would be fun.
I would hope
Yeah.
that would happen.
I haven't
No
heard
offense to Bad Bunny, I don't know any of his songs, so
Oh, you know Bad
no,
Bunny
I don't.
songs.
I don't.
Yes,
so
you
why,
do.
So why would Cardi B excite you? Do you know the one with Cardi B?
Yeah, I know the one with Cardi B. Isn't
So then
isn't-
you know.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's
then you
the
know
one
a song.
I think you know more Bad Bunny songs than you think you do.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think so.
It'll be great.
Yes. I watched a crazy documentary last night. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it, but the Kidnapping Elizabeth Smart on
No.
Netflix. Oh, wow.
Oh, I mean, yes, I've seen it, but I have not watched it.
Yeah, we watched it last night, and my goodness gracious, it is a crazy story.
Yeah, I
this
don't think, I
woman
don't know
was
the story really. I recognize the name.
She was abducted when she was 14 back in 2002, and was held captive for 9 months with just this piece of shit pedophile. It's a terrible story, but she is saved in the end. So it's an amazing story to hear from her. She's in the documentary, her sister, her dad talking about it. You're just like, what? Just wrapping your head like how she has lived through that, and her talking about the whole fucking piece of shit experience. Like, it's just insane. I would recommend the documentary though, because it was, it's always weird talking about documentaries like this, right? Because it's such a sad, insane story. Although this one does have a happy ending because she.
Yeah, that's the point of documentaries,
right? But it's. I think it was really well done. Yeah, it was just a story I haven't heard before.
It came out on Netflix a little while ago, right? Like
within the past couple of weeks, it's been out.
Yeah.
It's 2026, so okay. in January it came out.
Sometime in January. Yeah. I mean, look, I've been all consumed by this story with Savannah Guthrie's mom, which is just saying like kidnapping just made me think of it again too. Yeah. And we're recording on Tuesday, so by the time this comes out, I hope there's good news or any sort of update.
So
but
sad and
such
so
a
insane,
crazy and sad story. So, I mean, I've just been thinking about her family the last day, and if you guys haven't seen it, but it seems that her 84-year-old mother was taken out of her home in Arizona, like in the middle of the night.
Insane.
Really, really so scary. It's just like, I couldn't even believe it when I saw them break the news when they saw, like, I had the Today Show on at home and they broke the news and started talking about it. I was like, what the heck is going on? So, I mean, I'm hoping by the time this podcast comes out that there's
so scary.
Something positive, because I truly like keep refreshing to see if anything new has happened, and that her family has shared that any information, anybody to send any information they have, and to pray for their family. So that's what we've been doing. That's just really, really scary.
So frightening, and I can't believe they're going through this right now. And I'm just hoping and praying for them, because I cannot imagine what they're going through. But it is so terrifying. Yeah. It really is. Just so crazy.
So crazy.
It really is. All right, let's move into the rest of the show. We have a couple of topics to talk about. We have the pop corner, and we have the Miss Piggy interview. We're going to be talking about Kim Kardashian, Lewis Hamilton. Confirmed. There have been pictures, so we've seen it. We've seen it happening. There's Real Housewives in New York, the old cast. They're getting a show on E! That's also exciting. Kelly Clarkson Show is coming to an end. Charli XCX went on SmartLess and had a weird interaction with Jason Bateman that people are now picking apart. And there is a new Nancy Meyers movie that has been announced with a stacked cast. So we're going to talk about that. We have the pop corner, and we have the fabulous Miss Piggy. So let's get into the topics. The Game Time app gives fans the advantage with constant innovation. It's how you unlock amazing tickets and experiences in just a few taps. It's so simple to use. The Game Time guarantee means you get 100% authentic tickets on time at the best price, and there's no surprises. Maybe you're looking for Hilary Duff tickets. Maybe you're looking for those Harry Styles tickets. Right around the corner. It's going to be here before you know it. And the best part is fees are included in the price, so what you see is what you pay, period, with Game Time. Like I said, Hilary Duff, Harry Styles, so many concerts, so many shows, so many things to attend. You could do it with Game Time. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets to every type of event with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHICKS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code CHICKS for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. It seems like we have got confirmation about Kim Kardashian and Lewis Hamilton. They were in England, and then they headed to Paris for a little Paris getaway. Now we have confirmed paparazzi pictures of them arriving to Estelle Manor in England together. Yep. And we also have more in Paris. And I think this is all the confirmation we needed. I think that watching this past season of The Kardashians, I didn't expect to see Kim Kardashian spotted with anybody anytime soon. I just didn't at all. And I'm pleasantly surprised to see her with Lewis Hamilton. I feel like this is a great match. We talked about it on Monday. Age appropriate. They're both in their 40s. Lewis is so successful in his own right. And I feel like this is a good match.
I agree. And yeah, I think watching last season, it was like Kim just seemed so busy all the time. It's just like nonstop, go, 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 work, studying, kids, family, everything. So it was like, seemed maybe there wasn't time to even really squeeze in some dates. But an insider has been talking to The Sun, page 6, wrote this whole article. Right now, they're inseparable and are fitting their dates around Kim's work commitments, which is really nice. It said on Saturday, they traveled to London via car so that they could spend some quality time together. Lewis has a full-time driver, but he prefers to be behind the wheel himself.
Naturally.
Not surprised by that. The man's a F1 driver, likes to drive.
It's his profession to be driving in the car.
Yeah.
So I would hope he would be like, you know what? I'm going to take the freaking wheel and I'm going to drive my girl around. I'm going to drive her to London. I'm going to drive her to Paris. I'm going to drive her to Tokyo.
Right. So then they
Shout out
traveled
Hilary Duff.
London, Paris. Traveled to London for a Skims work event, and Lewis stayed back at the hotel. And then they, it's only because it's really, this article gives like a full play-by-play of their evening that I'm like, who has this information? But it's like, once Kim went to the event, Lewis reportedly stayed in the room and waited for her to come back. It's like, okay.
Well, he's probably just hanging out. Maybe he's catching up on his TV shows.
Yep.
He's ordering room service.
Cozy night in. They're keeping their relationship low key. It was a Netflix and chill vibes. And then on Monday, they jetted off to Paris on her private jet and checked into Le Bristol because she has a second Nike Skims event in the City of Love. A source told the U.S. Sun that Kim absolutely loves spending time in Paris and wanted Lewis to go with her. Her work is so important, but if she can slot around time spending some time with Lewis, she will. So they're both just enjoying traveling together.
That's really nice. I mean, I think that this is a great pairing. We don't know, Lewis Hamilton that well. We know that he's a professional F1 driver.
Yeah.
And to see that, he's, running around the world with Kim Kardashian and is dedicated to being by her side right now, then that's great.
I feel like they're having some fun.
Fitting
I feel
it
like he
in.
knows a lot of them, the sisters.
Yeah, I feel like we have seen Lewis Hamilton and Kim Kardashian together in the past.
Yeah.
Maybe for like some sort of brand deal years prior.
Yeah, and I think they've been friends for a long time.
Yeah.
I feel like Kendall's been around him a lot.
Yeah, so just making a deeper connection in the City of Love at the pop-ups. I saw Kim Kardashian posted on her story. She was watching Bridgerton on her laptop with a little slice of cheesecake. Maybe they're snuggled up in Paris watching Bridgerton together and just eating some cheesecake, maybe feeding it to each other, the whole thing.
Yep. You're right. It does. This is a couple that doesn't shock really anyone, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pair that makes a lot of sense. And I kind of thought I would see Kim with a normie after all the whirlwind stuff, but it's also Kim. So really, like, can she date an normie? Probably not.
No, and the thing is, she would like to say that she would like to be with somebody not famous, and I want to date a normie and the whole thing. And at the end of the day, that's never going to happen. She's Kim Kardashian.
Right.
She's not dating some,
And this is like a different take on an athlete. It's like international.
Right. She's expanding.
And an international star.
She's spreading her wings internationally.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's nothing more romantic than like traveling the world together. And if you're going to do that right off the bat from dating, I'm sure they're having a blast.
I agree.
Getting to know. There's also no better way getting to know someone than traveling with someone. How do they travel?
Absolutely.
What is their ideal night in a new city?
Right. Are they a leader or are they a follower? Do they take initiative to make plans?
Who has the passports? Who's holding the passports?
Yeah.
Is it Lewis? Is it Kim?
Who's picking the restaurants?
Yeah, he's driving the car. We know that.
Who's picking the menu? All those things.
Right. There's so many different aspects that go into traveling now, which they
do
are very.
Do they throw their clothes all over the room?
I hope not. I don't. I would like to think they don't.
You never know.
I would like to think that Kim Kardashian and Lewis Hamilton are not throwing their clothes all over the floor.
You never know.
I feel like they're more organized than that.
Yeah, they probably. I'm sure
That's what I would like to see for them.
Well, I'm sure someone comes in and like sets up their clothes.
Well, I was going to say, we're talking about normal people traveling, but if we're talking about rich and famous people traveling, they have a different style of traveling, but still traveling with someone will tell you, do they get cranky?
Right.
Do they get jet lag? What kind of sleep do they need? Do they have to take a nap?
They don't have to worry about going to the airport.
No, and that really relieves a lot of stress.
Yeah.
That relieves
They
a
don't have
big
to worry
chunk of it.
about if you're early to the airport person, late to the airport, getting through security, checking bags, none of that. They're just going on the PJ.
Right, like Kim has TSA pre, but Lewis doesn't, and they got to go
do
on separate
not,
lines.
Yeah, exactly. That is not a worry.
All of that's out the window. They're hopping onto the private jet, and they probably have other problems that we don't even know about on that jet.
Right. What year Dom do we want to drink?
Right. What premium gas are we putting in the tank?
Yeah.
You know? Lewis knows the correct gas because he's a driver, so he's got more intel, the whole thing.
Yep.
But I'm excited to see where this goes for them. Moving on, the OG Real Housewives of New York alumni are reuniting for E's Golden Life. So we're getting Luann, Jill, Ramona, Kelly, Sonia. They are back together for a new docuseries called The Golden Life. They're just jumping from one network to the next.
Yeah.
Originally on Bravo, now they're going to be on E. I think that this was smart of E to just kind of swoop this right up because people are missing these girls, these women. They're missing them on their television screens. And we know with this cast of characters, we're getting some fucking crazy shit. Because we've had a couple of them in here, and we know how insane they are in the best way for television.
And I believe they're filming this in Florida. So just an added element of sending the New York women who now spend most of their time in Florida down to Palm Beach. I think they're filming it somewhere around Palm Beach. Set to start filming this spring in South Florida. They are now in that new golden era of their life, enjoying it in the Sunshine State. They'll hang out in their second homes and enjoy a bustling social scene as they navigate dating, family, and career milestones. He adds, those skies are bright in Florida. Unresolved drama looms as they reconnect over years of highs and lows.
Listen, the sun might be bright, but those personalities are brighter.
Yeah.
And they are going to take over Palm Beach with whatever they are giving to our television screens. I think that this will be great. It will be fun. It's going to be different because it's not on Bravo.
Yeah.
You know, they worded
It's going to be made made by different people.
Yeah, completely worded like docuseries. That's a big thing that they've been, calling reality shows docuseries lately. I guess it's just a different way of quote unquote storytelling in which it's just different. I think Bravo's straight reality TV, but when you get into these other networks, they kind of frame it as like docuseries, whatever the hell that means. I think it's just different.
It's just reality TV. It's just, I feel like it's just a way to make the show sound more serious.
Yeah, they did it with Alex Earl's Family too.
Right.
Unscripted docuseries. Okay, she's a reality show.
Right.
When you say unscripted docuseries, it makes me believe it's scripted.
Right, just means reality show.
New reality show.
Yeah.
But that's what we're getting here, and I'm sure that these ladies are excited to get back to filming. I think that they've wanted to get the band back together for some Real Housewives in New York, but there was a recasting, and we got the new era of New York. And now if this show's that good, what if they just kick the new New York and they go, okay, we want them back.
How would actually be hysterical. I am... The only thing that makes me a little nervous is that I just hope, none of them put their foot in their mouth too much. Because I feel like they've had some... They will.
Oh, they will.
They will. But...
That's what these ladies have...
Sometimes they have some opinions. I'm like, ladies, keep that one to yourself.
Oh, absolutely.
Ramona can be dangerous on TV.
Very.
Yeah.
But that's why they're crazy on TV.
Yeah.
You know, like in their eyes, they're like, oh, I'm going on TV and I'm going to make a mess.
Yeah.
And
they're probably pumped about it.
Yeah, they're pumped about it. And we will watch a mess happen.
It's a great group too. As far as I'm glad they threw Kelly in there because I feel like while yes, she was on New York, she wasn't on for that long.
No.
Or as long as obviously some of these other ladies. Jill Zarin's been trying to get back on TV for years. So.
Oh yeah.
she's got to be thrilled too.
Oh, we all know they're going to make a freaking fool of themselves.
Yeah.
But it'll be entertaining at that.
Certainly will. Certainly will. I'm excited to see their Florida homes.
Yeah, like, show off your houses a little
Right?
bit.
Yeah.
Show us
like,
a
I
little
wanna
Palm
see
Beach real estate.
I want to see where they're going from. They're probably all up and down that area.
All of a sudden, we see the Peltz family involved.
Oh,
They live on the same block.
Yeah. I think some of them are in Boca too. Probably West. It's going to be a whole mix, I'm sure.
They're taking up that whole coast.
Yeah, exactly.
Of Florida, and they're going to
Exactly.
show it to us all. Moving on, Kelly Clarkson Show is coming to an end. She announced on her Instagram story after 7 seasons of the Kelly Clarkson Show, it's a wrap. She's going to focus on spending time with her kids in this new chapter of life that she feels is necessary for them. And I think that this is kind of the territory with a talk show, right? People do a good chunk of seasons and then they go, all right, I'm tired of this and I sort of want to move on. And I think Kelly Clarkson has been through a lot. I think in the past couple of years, her divorce and then losing her ex-husband and what her kids have been going through, and her kids need her. And so I feel like this was sort of coming.
Yeah, we've heard rumblings about this for a while, and it makes sense because it's just got to be an extremely taxing job. It's every day, and there's no breaks, and it's in the middle of the day. So school, all those things that you have to be prepared for, or like doing with your kids, makes sense that they're not able to do it no matter what they pre-tape, yada yada yada, whatever. It's like you got to still be there for the shows. So I'm sad because I feel like I really enjoyed the show and what we saw from the show and the clips and Kelly singing and all those fun things. Really, I think I'm going to miss karaoke the most.
Right. I hope that we still get that. And she did say
yeah.
in her Instagram story that she will still be popping up to sing places, that she said, you might see her on The Voice still.
I think they're doing an all-star voice. The Voice Battle of Champions.
Ooh.
Kelly, Adam, and John duke it out. Are gearing up for an explosive competition as The Voice Season 29 on an all-new Battle of Champions competition. The Voice Battle of Champions serving up a red chair remix unlike ever before as 3 red chair champions return to the panel to prove once and for all who is the most elite coach of all time.
Ooh, that sounds fun. A battle of the champions.
From the return of fan favorite artists to next level red chair bickering, Season 29 of The Voice is set to be supercharged as fans old and new won't want to miss it. This comes out February 23rd. So it's like she's already done that. She'll be out. We won't be losing Kelly on our TV.
Yeah. There will be no short of Kelly.
Yeah.
And we could still watch her sing and be on The Voice. And that's all very exciting. But I feel like the end of the talk show was just coming at this point. 7 seasons, though, is something to be really proud of.
Totally.
And I hope that she feels that way, and I'm sure that she does. And her show was so great, and she had so many great guests. But I think that it's okay to wrap it up when you feel like, it doesn't have to go on forever. It doesn't have to go on until nobody's watching anymore. Like, you can say, all right, I'm about done with this.
Also, like, Blake Shelton didn't want to come back for The Voice Battle of the Champions.
Maybe he was invited.
That there's no way.
Maybe they said, oh, we just
It's
want these 3.
normally 4 coaches. Yeah, maybe they did.
Maybe
but
battle.
It's just, to get the champions back together or the nostalgia, you got to have that Adam Blake relationship. That's where the magic happened.
Right, but maybe it wasn't in the budget for the new show.
He didn't quit. He didn't leave the show that long ago.
Maybe
also.
Blake Shelton had a really hefty price, and they just couldn't match it.
Yeah, I'm surprised though. I just would assume that they would put him on there because they always have 4 coaches. It's like, why did they go
Maybe
with
there'll
3?
be a big surprise.
Ooh.
Oh,
I like
Noah.
that aspect.
Wow, I'm gonna be surprised. I'm gonna be mad now if there's no big surprise.
Big surprise for coach.
That's how I go into anything in my life. I'm just like, maybe there'll be a big surprise.
Right.
Like, it doesn't matter what it is.
Right. Maybe Cardi B will come out of the
Exactly.
Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying.
You're always looking for that
He's
special guest.
always looking for a special
and
guest.
you keep that heart open, and
Yeah.
that's exciting, Yeah.
Yeah.
You leave room for excitement.
Yeah, but I also set myself up for
disappointment. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
That's okay. Well, you weren't watching The Voice anyway, and neither was I.
I've never
so.
watched The Voice. Ever. Well,
Me
once in
either.
a
I
time.
wasn't a huge Voice person either. I kind of was like, ugh. I was like an American Idol like snob. I was
Yeah,
like,
same.
well, if this isn't American Idol,
But I stopped watching American Idol in like its heyday. Like I was
Yeah, well,
I was
American
watching
Idol
when I was a
got bad.
kid and
Yeah.
when it was good, and that's the last like singing reality show I ever watched.
The Voice was fantastic.
Well, American Idol kind of it fell off largely, and then The Voice kind of picked up steam.
Yeah.
But I was just still holding on to hope for American Idol, and I was being
if
snobby
they were
about
like,
it.
we're gonna have the 3 original judges come back tomorrow, like I'm watching it.
I'll definitely tune
American
in, but
Idol.
there's no way Simon would act the same that he used
You
to.
don't think?
No,
You think he's like soft?
No, he said it.
Oh, he
He's
said?
like, yeah, he's...
I'd also it'd
He's
be
changed
it'd
his
be
ways.
Tough to watch just because he like. Oh, that's gonna be mean. I was gonna say he like ruined his face.
Simon?
Yeah, have you
Yeah.
seen him?
He got
It's
a little
He
worried.
did a
Scary.
whole
It's
new...
scary.
He did a whole new boy band
He did Making the Band or
TV show on Netflix that came out like a couple months ago.
Oh, I
He
missed
did do
one.
that. Yeah, it's
He looks like
these older gentlemen, they get this work done. It's just not quite right. I mean,
No.
older ladies too. Like a lot.
But sometimes it can be like subtle and you wouldn't notice. But
Yeah.
No, that didn't happen for him.
No. It is crazy though, just how like normalized it has become that everyone just changes their face
Yeah.
at a certain
that's what the beauty. Like,
yeah. I know
that's
that
what this
everyone, I
wor-
mean, it's such a common topic, but like, seriously, I did put on the first episode of The Beauty yesterday, and I was like, God damn, it really is crazy.
But that's
Everyone
where we're
wants to
headed.
change-
Like, if they did make a pill like that, I think a lot of people would take
I
it.
would not want to explode.
No, like, but if let's say that the side effects weren't like a thing, like
Let's say the side effect wasn't you blow up and die in 2 years. Would you do it?
I mean,
But
if
I'm
there
not
were
saying,
any, like, I
I
just,
wouldn't want to look like someone that I'm not. Like,
You know-
regardless.
and you know what? That is like so powerful. And I agree.
Because then
I
it's
agree.
like, yeah, like you don't even look like your family. Like what is that?
Aw. That's, I guess that's like, I've never even thought of it like that, right? Like, you're like, oh, I don't look like my family anymore. That's sweet.
Yeah.
yeah, you're ditching your heritage, your genes.
Well, it was
everything.
kind of like in the beginning of the first episode of The Beauty when Evan Peters talks about how he went on a date and the girl was like, you have really like gray teeth.
Yeah.
And then the girl was like, how nice is that for you that didn't make you insecure or make you want to change anything? I think it's just different with girls and guys.
Yeah, that's
You know?
very true. I was talking to my mom about this at the end of the Grammys, but Cher is like 80 years old. She doesn't have a wrinkle on her face.
It's insane.
The amount that she's done to her face, you know?
I don't even think I know what Cher looked like when she was younger.
Oh my God, Cher was
The same.
stunning.
Young.
Cher was stunning.
You don't even got to look it up. She looks the same.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She does look the same because whatever she's done, she doesn't have a single wrinkle.
Did you see that Cher is Youngblood's godmother?
I didn't know that.
Or
I didn't
like,
know that.
or whoever Youngblood is with, that's whoever he's with, that's her godmother. So it's technically like he was saying like my godmother now.
Oh,
Well-
Youngblood's girlfriend.
Yeah, but then he was like, but
That's
they were
not
like,
how it works.
Well, that's
It's
what he
not
was
your
saying.
god. Cher's not your godmother.
No.
She's your girlfriend's godmother.
And you're not even married, so like
Is
you
he
can't
married?
even say
Is he
it's,
married?
you know?
No, he's not.
There,
married.
no, it's his girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can't just steal
He also was
her
like,
godmother
I've
like
never even
that.
talked to her yet.
Jesse Joe Stark.
Yes. Yes.
Oh yeah, the goddaughter of. I don't know. It's like, you know, you marry into the family. Like if they did
Well,
get married, could you call it
yeah.
godmother?
Yeah, but I don't think I've ever heard Matt say, "Oh, Aunt Debbie's my godmother."
No,
No, because you also have your own. You know.
Yeah, maybe Youngblood doesn't have
Right,
one.
we
Not
have-
everyone has godparents.
Damn, she's also the daughter of the founders of Crumb Hearts.
Yes.
And her godmother is the singer Cher. That's these well-connected people, you know? It's just like, they're
end
like,
up
oh, Aunt Cher.
Right. That's your godmother.
Yep, she is your godmother, so.
And apparently Youngblood's too. He's just like, she's
Hey,
mine.
I'd work that connection also if I had it, you know?
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah, you're like, you start off saying Cher is my godmother, and then it goes down. Oh, really?
Well,
How?
he was talking to. I think it was Kelty. about
Kelsey's
it.
the one. Kelsey
Yeah.
asked him about it.
But then he was
saw
like,
that.
actually, I've never talked to her before, but she's here tonight, so maybe I'll see.
Yeah, maybe I'll get an introduction. We'll finally meet. I hope they did. Maybe they did.
It's officially the month of love, and we know you want to celebrate with the one you love most, your dog. Celebrate the one you love the most by giving them the best, highest quality ingredients with Ollie. And yes, it's the kind of meal dogs actually get excited about. It's real, fresh food that they'll love and devour, which is the best way to show them love every day. Because if they're giving you everything, the least we can do is make dinner really good. Dogs love the taste. Even the pickiest eaters will show more excitement during mealtime, and they have tailored meal plans to meet your dog's specific needs. The Ollie app offers on-demand health screenings where you can tap real experts for pup peace of mind. Celebrate your number one Valentine, your greatest love, your dog. Head to ollie.com/chicks, tell them all about your dog, and use code CHICKS to get 60% off your welcome kit when you subscribe today. Plus, they offer a happiness guarantee on the first box. So if you're not completely satisfied, you'll get your money back. That's OLLIE.com/chicks and enter code CHICKS to get 60% off your first box.
Moving on, Charli XCX went on SmartLess and they got into a conversation about kids, and Charli XCX talked about how she doesn't know if she wants kids, and Sean Hayes was kind of like, oh, when? And he was like, I actually don't know why I'm asking you this. Like I don't have kids, so I don't know why I'm like prying here. And then she said she doesn't know if she wants kids. And Jason Bateman went on to tell a story about his wife, how, you know, she didn't want kids, then they got together and she changed her mind. And he was basically like, well, if you meet the right person, maybe you'll change your mind. And Charli XCX was like, I'm married. Yeah. So everyone was like, well, this is awkward. And I would advise, and listen, those guys are great and they do great interviews. How do you go into an interview without knowing what their relationship status is?
I don't know.
Also,
How
I
do you
feel
do
like
that?
More people are just saying like the idea of like asking a woman when are you gonna have kids? Like,
Yeah, it's just a no-go. And
Everything about it was uncomfortable.
Yeah, asking women when they're going to have kids, but it's just a no-go these days. You know, it's like...
And also, like,
everyone's on their own timeline.
Yeah, and a show that's hosted by three men, like, come on,
right.
guys.
And it's also just like normalize, you know, people not wanting to have kids. Like, that's totally fucking fine. Like, you don't need to try to tell somebody like, oh, well, your mind's gonna change. Like, well, maybe it will and maybe it won't.
Yeah.
You know, and that's all right.
And he like tried to make a joke afterward of like, oh, I gotta really pick up the newspaper or something, which really aged him too.
Yeah.
But it really, that was what was mind-blowing to me, is that I don't care who you're having on your show. If you're not like, Google search number one is single, married, like where are they in their life if they're coming on and showing, especially on a show like that where like, yes, they talk a lot about career stuff, but it is a lot of life and personal and sharing that side of it. And she also got married like pretty recently.
Right. It really goes
and it
to
was
show
like a
that,
big thing.
Yeah, they're not on social media like that because it was like a big thing online, which, you know, whatever, fine, they didn't see that. But I would say, you know, looking up.
The producers of the show too probably should have included that one for them.
Right, but it's sort of on them, like, you know, interviewing, like you're looking up like think about it.
100%, but I can only imagine that a show like that is like they have a production team that comes up with a lot of intel for them and research the guests and stuff.
Yeah.
Because Jason Bateman's like an A-list celebrity. You
right,
know, like
right.
I don't think they prep for an episode the same way we prep for an episode.
Right, well, I'm just saying, like, you know, still they have to do some sort of research, right?
Absolutely.
Like,
I would think they would at least read the sheet the producers give them.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I will say she did an interview with Conan that I listened to, and it was very good. So if you're looking for a non-awkward, uncomfortable Charli XCX interview, go listen with Conan.
I think that people also found the interview that they did with Jennifer Lawrence to be awkward as well, comparably to her going on Amy Poehler's podcast. It was like, wow, this is a big difference. Like Jennifer Lawrence sitting down with three guys versus Jennifer Lawrence sitting down with Amy Poehler. Yeah. And you could just tell the different energies and in answering questions and what you're comfortable with.
I think that's also just kind of super fair being interviewed by three, you know, middle-aged men.
Right.
Than a woman who is America's sweetheart.
Absolutely.
You know, like, and I think that too, even with going on, like, you just hear the different types of interviews. You see people go on like Good Hang, or they do Dak Shepard. Like, it's just
speaking of Dak Shepard, did you see
crazy different interviews? And SmartLess, like they have such great conversations with people, but that realm of like interviewing younger successful women, I find that they kind of struggle a little bit.
Right, because middle-aged men are gonna middle-aged men, and they just have
there's just
that
like
energy to them.
There's not a lot in the middle of the Venn diagram.
No.
They have they're uber successful. Everybody's uber successful. So they have that in the middle. But other than that, sometimes there's not too much.
Mm-hmm.
Dax Shepard was kind of going viral, or not viral, but people are talking about he had Marcelo Hernandez on.
Yeah, that was
and
just...
he's like, brought up Sabrina Carpenter, like, you're not trying to marry this girl? And he's like, I have a girlfriend.
That whole thing was also so uncomfortable. Yeah, Dax Shepard brings up to Marcelo, like, I mean, so Sabrina Carpenter, she's a star. She's so pretty, da-da-da. And Marcelo was like, I have a girlfriend. She's Dominican. She went to Yale. She's an architect, like, hyping up his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And Marcelo was like, I mean, yeah, like, Sabrina's great. But, like, I have a girlfriend that I love.
Yeah.
And Dax Shepard was just like, he was like, oh, well, it was just like, just weird, man.
Weird and kind of creepy. Sorry.
Like, why are you trying to? It is creepy because it's like, why is Dax Shepard thinking about Sabrina Carpenter? Like basically, Dax Shepard's being like, well, I wish I could be with Sabrina.
It's like, man, if I were you, man. Yeah. If I were you, I'd be all over Sabrina Carpenter.
Right. It's just like, all right, back off, old man. Settle down.
Yeah.
Settle down,
like tiny
Dax.
blondes.
What was that interview that it was him and Kristen Bell, and they had like an older...
It was Cher.
It was Cher.
And Cher was
and
basically
she was
like,
I hate
Cher
this guy.
really did not fuck with Dax Shepard. Cher was like, I think she could have done way better than you.
Yeah, she was like, I don't know what she sees in you, but I trust her, and clearly she sees something.
Yeah.
Which was amazing. Just incredible.
Yeah,
Cher's gonna say, say it how she sees it. And she's just looking Dax Shepard straight in the eyes, being like, I don't see it.
Yeah, I can't help but like be freaked out by Dax Shepard lately.
He's
Like,
creepy.
I don't know, something about him is just rubbing me the wrong way. I think it's maybe because the clips that go viral. Like, I have never watched, and so I am, speaking ignorantly because I have not watched his other podcasts.
Yeah.
But every time a clip of him goes viral, it's not a good one. So you're just like, if you are not a Dax Shepard loyal listener of Armchair and you are just someone who sees these clips, you're going,
Is that his
why?
podcast name?
Yeah, Armchair Expert.
Armchair Expert.
You're just going, why would I tune into this?
Yeah, I mean, look, general statement, but sometimes you just think like these straight men get way too comfortable with the microphone. They just sometimes they just let their opinions fly and nobody's keeping them in check. And you're like, probably shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, and they're like pretty confident about them. Like Jason Bateman probably left that being like, what did I say?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's definitely one that you see and you're like, probably a topic that didn't even need to come up. And if it did, they should have breezed past it pretty quickly. It's like her being like, oh, I'm not sure if they want to have kids. They'd be like, oh, cool. Okay, next. Moving on.
Yeah, you do you. Moving on. We don't got to talk about this.
Yeah.
3 guys in Charli XCX.
Yeah.
Talking about kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on, there has been a new Nancy Meyers project that has been announced, a new movie.
Yes.
With a stacked cast. We got Penélope Cruz, Kieran, Culkin, Jude Law, Emma Mackey, and Owen Wilson are attached to this new movie. Already right off the bat with that cast, you are bringing people in.
Totally.
It is a beautiful cast. It's a funny cast. And it's everything you want for a new Nancy Meyers movie.
I'm just so excited that we're getting a Nancy Meyers project again because it's been a while and it's been years for her to get a new project off the ground. The Hollywood Reporter wrote, after at least 2 years of on and off negotiations, the Untitled project has finally secured not only Warner Brothers Pictures as its official home, but also a luminous cast and a release date. So like you just said, all those wonderful people. And Nancy will write and direct. And like many of her other movies, this one is also getting a winter holiday birth. Opening date, December 25th, 2027. So a Christmas Day movie, 2027. Feels like it's far away, but not too crazy. But having a little Nancy Meyers, a new Nancy Meyers holiday movie.
To look forward
a
to.
La The Holiday.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It was very exciting to hear it's going to have a winter cold front movie, kind of giving us a warm hug to everybody right now. And I think that this is a really great cast. I mean, we've obviously have seen Jude Law in a Nancy Meyers movie before.
Yep.
Have we seen Kieran Culkin?
I know. I feel like this is really, I like the mix. That it's going to be a good mix. And Penelope Cruz is just all time.
Mm-hmm. Emma Mackey is great.
And I like that, she held on to what, is like, well, let me just make sure I get Jude Law again. You know? Let me just pluck Jude Law into this movie. Initially, Nancy had signed this deal with Netflix in early 2023. And we thought we were going to be getting a Shonda Rhimes-esque deal of producing content and things like that. But Netflix shut it down over budgetary concerns. This is crazy to me. And I know obviously the inner workings of Hollywood and studios and money. It's a whole different world. Nancy is said to have asked for a budget of at least $150 million, but the studio did not want to go over $130 million. It was a steep price tag for a genre that is usually in the mid-budget range and one that could have made it the most expensive romantic comedy of all time. And to me, I'm like, I know it is a matter of $20 million, which is a shit ton of money. But I'm like, in Hollywood and at Netflix, $20 million doesn't feel like a crazy deal breaker to me.
No, it feels like Netflix has just a plethora of money, nonstop money flowing, that they're basically printing money that they would be able to make this budget work.
That's what I'm like, can you just make it work?
But I'm actually now happy that she's kind of like, screw yourself, I'm making my own project and it's not going to be on Netflix. Because sometimes I think Netflix could make a movie like this and maybe that's with the budget, not as grand as it's meant to be. And they kind of keep their budgets a little bit tighter, even though they have a ton of money in the world to make it bigger. And it's sort of like, oh, you're watching, you're like, oh, this is a Netflix movie. You go, oh, yeah, this fits the Netflix criteria. But something with a new Nancy Meyers movie, you want more than that.
Right.
You expect a lot.
Right. A Warner Brothers release, probably theatrical release.
Especially with this cast.
Yeah.
You just want a big movie theater experience.
The original movie was going to have Penelope Cruz, Owen Wilson, Michael Fassbender, and Scarlett Johansson were allegedly circling roles in that first feature, which was going to be centered on a young writer, director who falls in love with the producer. The pair make several successful films before breaking up, both romantically and professionally. They are forced back together when a new great project arises, and they find themselves having to deal with high stakes and volatile stars. It was semi-autobiographical. So I guess she was taking some inspiration from her own life. They then wrote, it's unclear how much of the script has changed or what the new budget is. Warner's, which began talking about picking up the project very soon after it was let go, is keeping the log line to the current version under wraps, and insiders say the previous versions were not quite correct. So I feel like they could actually probably change a lot, and especially if it's coming out around Christmas, probably make it way more holiday themed, I could imagine. So
yeah, and I would be interested in her life, honestly, if it's I would
Totally.
I would buy into that. So
Totally.
give us what you got and we will be watching.
Very
and we'll
excited.
go to the theaters and cuddle up during the holidays to watch this movie.
A dream.
So we're excited about that. And that wraps up today's topics. Guys, one of my favorite things to do after taking a nice everything shower, getting ready for bed, is throwing on a t-shirt and throwing on the Skims Fits Everybody boy short. It is so comfortable and it's got me back to wearing, full underwear again. Even though I love the thongs from Skims, the Fits Everybody boy short, I live in them at home. They are so comfortable, so breathable. I feel like I can lounge all day in them. They're perfect to sleep in. It is my absolute favorite pair of underwear to sleep in. I can't get enough of them. The feeling is like no other underwear that I've tried before, and I just can't get enough. The fabric melts onto your skin, and you'll forget you're even wearing it. It's like you're not even wearing it, but then you remember, oh, I'm wearing the most comfortable pair of underwear that I can find. Also, I got a Fits Everybody triangle bralette. Super cute, super perfect to throw on under anything, and the band provides amazing support and lift because I'm always looking for that little lift. But I also don't feel suffocated with it, which is perfect. Shop Skims Fits Everybody collection at skims.com. After you place your order, be sure to let them know that we sent you, so select podcast in the survey and be sure to select our show in the drop-down menu that follows. And if you are looking for the perfect gift for your Valentine or for yourself, the Skims Valentine shop is now open. All right, let's get into the pop corner where we take your hot takes, your voicemails, your opinions. Noah, play the first voicemail.
Hi, friends. Hi, Rhea. Hi, Noah. I'm calling about a tell me lies theory that I haven't seen going around as much as I thought. But when Lucy was basically pitching herself, listening to that voicemail, that disgusting voicemail of Steven, I was wondering why doesn't she use that voicemail to like blackmail him? I feel like he couldn't get into Yale Law School if they knew how abusive he was. And of course, it's only one voicemail, but she could build a case on that and ask Diana to testify in pretty much all their friend groups. I don't know. When she listened to that voicemail, I was like, how doesn't she use that against him? So yeah, let me know what you think. Maybe I'm the only one thinking that, but I was like, send that voicemail around to everyone and see how he reacts. And if he leaves those nudes of Diana, well, you have a proof against him. So yeah, basically I just wanted to know what you guys thought about that. Thank you so much, and I hope your week goes well. Thank you.
Sometimes I feel like people are not using what they have against Steven to their full advantage.
Well, I think Steven's battered her down pretty hard at this point that she doesn't even know how to break out of it. You know, I don't think it's like she feels pretty defeated as a person right now, and I don't think all their brains work in the blackmail department immediately, as much as it would seem so, because none of them really have great moral compasses. But where Steven's brain goes blackmail, I don't think everybody's natural first reaction is like, let me use this as blackmail.
That is true. You're right. Steven, his first thought for anything is, ooh, I now have blackmail.
It's like he'll use it to crush anybody. I think Lucy still deep down tries to be a good person and isn't like, how do I take him down? I have this as blackmail.
Right. But you just watch this show and you get just so frustrated that he is able to take down everybody else or use things against everybody else. And you're like, why does nobody do it to him? But you're right. That's kind of like the whole show. Like their first thought isn't blackmail.
What do you think his reaction would be if she said to him, like, I'll leak this? Like,
it might be even worse.
It might be even worse.
Thing. Like,
and let's not forget, she already knows that he's got the blackmail on her, so she can't blackmail him, or else that video comes out.
But if before she did that video, if she was like, well, I have this voicemail of you, like, if I'm gonna leak this, if you go tell.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
So then
she probably could have used it as a bargaining chip
now she's
at
kind
that
of
time.
Too late.
Yeah,
now. Like,
I mean, she has been abused by this man, and her brain is not working properly, and she is just in fight or flight mode. And when she just let Steven film that tape of her, it was because she's not operating on all cylinders right now. Like she is not herself. And you would think something like Noah said, like, hey, I have this voicemail of you. You would like to think that, but at the same time,
Wait, how was
although
that
they
voicemail sent again? Like, he just left that voicemail to her?
just for her. At the end of the day, like, yes, they all do very bad things, but you do want to find the good in them. Unlike Steven. He's just a fucking evil person. And the rest of them, you're like, are these just dumb college students doing bad things to each other?
Yeah.
You know?
Right. Everything else is pretty like silly relationship college level stuff. Well, not all of it, but some of it. And Steven just operates on a different frequency, on a different level of bad that I don't think the rest of them want to ever even go up against him in any way. It's just like, get away from him as much as possible. So you make a very good point in that could be used in some way, but I think Lucy would have to get through a lot of her own mental barriers that are up right now because of how poorly he's treated her.
Right. And now that tape that he has is just so bad of Lucy that...
Yeah. And she's going to have that in the back of her head forever,
Right.
so...
Hi, Rhea, Fran, and Noah. This is Allie from Indiana, and I am calling about Traitors. I have a hot take, and I don't know if you guys are going to like it. I'm not a Bravo girly, and my hot take is there's way too many housewives on this season of the Traitors. Like, we didn't need 4. Even 3 is too many. I think 2 max. They're just too ride or die for each other. And we saw it at the round table with Dorinda and Candace both just throwing away a vote. Candace, I mean, her actions are just despicable. That's a whole other topic. I'm sure you guys are going to cover it. But it's too much. And as a Survivor fan, the Survivor players do not do loyalty like the housewives do. It's just ridiculous. And I think there's just too many of them. There really just need to be 2. So let me know your guys' thoughts on that. I'm so curious. Love the show. Love you guys. And cannot wait for all of the Traitors coverage.
Interesting. I feel like the past few seasons, there's been at least 3 or 4 housewives.
I think that's what she's saying. There's too many of them.
Yeah, but I thought like when she first started, it was like this season there's too many. But I feel like there's always been around this amount. It just depends on depends on how far they make it.
Right. I think Caroline being off pretty early this season has now it went down to 3, and then now Lisa's off, so now there's just 2.
Right.
Dorinda went home first last season.
Right.
Yeah,
so I think maybe
Chanel
some of them
last season.
get like
Yeah.
sent home really early on, and then it seems like there's less than them.
Right. And this season is by far the most housewives heavy because they're 2 traitors.
Mm-hmm.
So I get that in the sense that like they changed it up and they didn't make a gamer a traitor, which is a very different season. I think you're going to come into a different mindset depending on what shows you watched beforehand. Like she says she's not a Housewives fan, so you're not watching those shows, but she loves Survivor. So you're probably watching Traitors hoping for more people and more action from the folks on Survivor. I watch Housewives. I don't watch Survivor. So I'm like, I don't know the Survivor people. If they get sent home early, I'm like, well, that's too bad. I don't know who that is. So I think it's like every season kind of has to be different too. They need a different formula every season. So it's not just like, oh, the gamers are the traitors and they run the game. Mm-hmm. Like, let's give it to somebody else and see what happens, which is what they did this season.
Yeah, maybe I could see where you're coming from, though. Maybe if they capped it at 2 per show, because it is true that the Housewives, especially this season, have the whole mentality of we don't go against Housewives, even though Lisa did go against Caroline. So and Portia. Oh, so there was 5.
Portia, Candace, Lisa, Dorinda, Caroline. Yeah, there were 5.
So there were 5. Portia went home early too. So this season is 5, and I that is a lot of Housewives to have on one season. And
I feel like a lot for any
show. Reality show. I feel like maybe if they capped it at 2 people from each show, like 2 Survivor people, 2 Traitors, 2 Big Brother, to kind of spread the wealth a little bit, because they do get into the whole we're Housewives, we're not sending each other home. And especially when you got, 5 of them, although 2 already.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of disagree in the fact that I just think they do make amazing television, and I think they're great on Traitors. 5 does feel like a lot. 3 or 4 I'm okay with. Probably 3 is more of a sweet spot, so that they don't have some immediate large alliance right from the start. But really, anybody could go on this show and say, oh, we're making this alliance. Like, if it's not Housewives and they put people from Summer House and Vanderpump and Southern Charm, like the Bravo could be like, let's start a Bravo alliance, and then
I do feel like
gamers could all do that too.
It feels more so this season because of like them being 2 traitors.
I think it's very heavy because they are traitors this season. Yeah. I don't think we'd be discussing them as much because, to be honest, they haven't been super impactful in the games until this season because they're traitors.
They almost had to make 2 of them traitors with 5 of them being on the show, because then you would just have 5 faithfuls that are Housewives that are
that would totally throw it.
But that's why, like, I think there were people saying, like, well, there have to be, like, multiple, because they're just doing the math where they're like, there has to be. So that kind of almost makes it easier for people to narrow it down.
Right, just the numbers game of that.
Yeah.
Was this voicemail sent a while ago?
No, it's probably in the last week or so.
Okay.
If I had to guess.
Well, I was just curious because she had said it, like, she said Candace was doing a terrible job, right? And I was like, I kind of disagree. I thought in the earlier weeks.
Might have been before last
in the earlier weeks, I did think, like, the conga line thing or some of those things, I was like, ooh, she's not being a fantastic traitor. But recently I feel like nobody is thinking Candace, which means she's got to be doing something, right?
Yeah, she has flown really under the radar.
Yeah. Yeah, and I know the vote for Rob is going to raise some eyebrows, but it could raise some eyebrows towards Rob too. So
it is kind of crazy if you think about it, because it's like, who are they now that they got Lisa? And it's like, who are they thinking? Because I feel like Rob and Candace, people aren't really thinking about.
There is a group of faithfuls right now that truly just aren't even looking at each other.
Yeah,
like they they have not even looked
the Dagger
at
group. They were like, yeah, we're on the same team.
Right,
It's
like, we're all
You
faithfuls.
just assume they're all faithfuls.
Yeah, like you have to be thinking to yourself, in that group, one of us is a fucking traitor. Like I would be standing there going, one of you are a traitor. Like I just
like Johnny, Tara, Steven, Mark, Kristen. I feel like none of them have brought up anybody else. Like
they all just blindly trust each other.
Yeah.
Colton's got to be next. I feel like just because he's talking the most, like
probably, and I
trying.
do think that they all just are talking about. That group is even talking about Colton the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, I mean, Rob's name did get brought up by Johnny, but Johnny was like, I love him, so.
Let's leave toilet paper behind in 2025. It's time to say goodbye to dry, scratchy toilet paper and hello to clean with perfectly moist, actually cleansing Good Wipes. Good Wipes are fantastic. If you're, going to the bathroom and using that old scratchy toilet paper where it's uncomfortable and you don't feel like, especially in these months when it's so cold out and your skin's already dry already, Good Wipes will make sure you are clean, which means you're going to feel the best you ever have. Good Wipes is actually flushable. It's made with plant-based fiber, so they break down easily. It's made for sensitive skin. It's made with clean ingredients and safe for sensitive skin. Many other wipes cause irritation, but theirs are super gentle and they are so soft. They feel so much better than other wipes. They have soft textures, no greasiness or weird film, and they're definitely better than that dry, scratchy toilet paper. Grab Good Wipes at Target or Walmart so you can upgrade your restroom routine. As a special offer for Chicks in the Office listeners, Good Wipes is giving you your first pack for free. Buy any package in store, text them your receipt, and get reimbursed almost immediately. For more details, go to goodwipes.com/CITO. Again, that's goodwipes.com/CITO to snag a free pack of Good Wipes.
Hi, Chicks in the Office gang. I have more of a question, I guess. Maybe it's a hot take. Only Murders in the Building has become unwatchable, in my opinion. The first 2 seasons I thought were great. Season 3 kind of fell off. And then I honestly despise season 4. It just seemed like, I think I counted maybe 10 guest appearances. So it just seemed like the show just revolved around cameos. Like, what big star could they get next? To the point where I haven't even watched season 5. And I know you guys watched it. I remember your weekly watch reports. You guys, I believe all of you, Bria, Fran, and Noah, all watched it. So I'm wondering, are you guys watching it still? Are you not interested anymore? My main thing is I just felt like the cool, unique storyline of season 1, even season 2, kind of fell off. And they just brought in so many really famous A-listers and Broadway actors and actresses, and it just was so distracting and I didn't care for the show anymore. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Are you guys still watching? And have a great day. Bye.
I fell off on this show too. I loved the first 2 seasons and then it took a dip, in my opinion, as well. And I think that they just are like running out of material kind of for the show.
Right. It's kind of like how many seasons can you do of someone being murdered,
Right.
Although I haven't watched either, which is, I don't even know what the last season is that I watched. 4? What's the Paul Rudd season? Was Paul Rudd 3 or 4? I think I watched 3 and I don't think I watched 4 then.
Yeah, I think I fell off after 3.
But season 5 is out?
Season 5 is out.
It's been out.
Oh, season 5 came out in the fall.
Right. We went to the premiere.
No, I just couldn't remember that was 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Damn, it still has a 95% Rotten Tomatoes.
like she said, star-studded cast, cameos, but
I feel like that's a show that it doesn't need to go to 10 seasons if that's where it's headed.
They honestly could have ended it after 4, in my opinion.
Yeah. I don't even think I watched after 1. I think
the second one was good too, and then it just progressively got worse.
Yeah. I mean, you run out, how many murders in the building can there be?
Yeah. They're
I
traveling.
can't believe I didn't watch 4. I really thought I did, but I guess not. Oh, I remember. It did. It got it got too meta almost. It's like they made a show about a podcast that they're now turning the podcast into like a show on a show. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Because I remember at the end of season 3, it was like, oh, they got a call from Hollywood to go adapt the podcast into something else.
Right.
So it's like, I looked at the summary for 2 seconds of episode 1 in season 4. I was like, they're headed to Hollywood. So that's when it starts to like, you're just going in a circle that's a little too repetitive.
Right. And now we're like real life, fake life.
Right. It's like you're making a podcast and then you're turning that podcast into a show, but you're on a show already. The show's about making a podcast about a murder.
Right. There's a lot of layers to just making shows about murder.
Right. And they do throw a ton of celebrities in there.
Yes.
It is definitely a show that I would never like say, oh, I'm done watching it. Like there's probably a time where, hey, I'll be like, you know what? Let me pick up season 4, 5, and 6 whenever 6 comes out and see what happens. Because it is cute and funny, and I do love watching them, that group together. But yeah, I think just like plot line wise, it was maybe getting a little weird.
It's getting a little stale.
Yeah.
Or repetitive.
Yeah.
All right, let's do one more.
Hey, Rhea. Hey, Fran. Hey, Noah. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Sorry, that's so corny, but I've always wanted to say that. My question for you guys is, I was a huge fan of Winter House when it was on, and I miss it so much. I wish it would come back, especially with all the new Bravo people. And I guess my question is, if they brought it back, who would you want to see on it? I feel like West and Jesse are no-brainers. But then who else? I feel like Charli and Sally from Southern Charm would be good on it too. And then maybe some people from Next Gen, but I don't know who. So yeah, who else?
They should bring back Winter House because there are a ton of new folks that they could throw on there. I don't know really even all their names, but like just show wise, the shows are there to do it. I totally agree with those pairings from Southern Charm and Summer House, and then you could definitely throw some of the Southern Hospitality people in there.
Yeah, they
would be great.
You need a bunch of single people.
Yeah,
for Winter House, in my opinion.
Throw Joe Bradley in there. Throw Maddie, right? Yeah. Throw Maddie in there. Throw maybe some of like the younger below deck people like they used to be on Winter House too. They got a whole new cast of Vanderpump. I'm sure all of them would want to do a Winter House.
I think they would
season.
be dying to, which by the way, I tried watching and I was like, this is brutal.
It was bad. I stopped watching. But they could definitely find some people who would want to do that. And Next Gen, get like Gia Giudice to do it. Like, I don't know.
The thing with Gia Giudice is she's in a relationship. I feel like you need single people that are ready to be messy in a ski house together.
So what about Bierman?
Yeah.
Right?
She'd
I think
be great.
She's single now.
Yeah.
She was in a long relationship. She would be great. I think they're making like another Next Gen show that has to do with like the LA kids, like the West Coast kids. Throw some of them in there.
Let's see if they're more exciting than the New York ones.
They could really make a pretty, they could make a pretty legitimate cast very quickly.
Oh yeah.
And by the way, they're adding like 6 new people to Summer House this season.
Right.
So
it's kind of like the the cast before them kind of graduate. Like they were the seniors at graduates. And then we have like a class of freshmen that you could throw onto Winter House now.
Right. Like you could definitely have those Southern Charm, Summer House staples of people that everybody knows, whether that's Wes and Jesse and Charlie, Sally, Molly. Like you could definitely get a good group pretty quickly.
But we need to retire the guys of Southern Charm being in Winter House. It's like their time has passed.
No. I don't want to see Craig or Austin on Winter House.
No.
But some of the newer people they could do for sure.
Yeah. Definitely. That would be fun.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. Spice it up.
Definitely.
Have a
I
good
agree.
mix again.
It would be. I think maybe they need I think that's a winter 2027.
Yeah.
They could get some of these shows off the ground, get people to really know them more, couple extra seasons of some shows, and then throw them on a Winter House.
Yeah, I'm sure this isn't the first time people are saying it to them.
No,
Like,
definitely
they
not.
probably are thinking about it.
They would love to do it.
Yeah. All right, that wraps up the Popcorner. Picture this. It's Monday morning. You open up your laptop. Outlook hits you with 87 unread emails. Your calendar looks like a game of Tetris. Your boss wants a report. Your team wants a presentation. And you just want a nap. Enter Microsoft Copilot. Copilot summarizes your emails and boom, you're caught up. It drafts your report in Word. It builds your slides in PowerPoint. And it even pulls insights from your Excel data. Suddenly, you're the office hero. You're organized, you're responsible, and all because the Copilot did the stuff you didn't want to. So if you want to reclaim your time and get your life together, try Microsoft Copilot. Copilot, because sometimes the smartest move is letting AI do the work. Learn more at Microsoft.com/M365Copilot. All right, everyone, we are here with a very special guest. We are joined by the iconic, the beautiful, the stunning, the glamorous Miss Piggy.
You missed talented there. Yeah, right there.
Oh, sorry. The talented Miss Piggy. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule, Miss Piggy.
Of course. I wouldn't miss this for the world.
Oh, we feel so honored.
So honored.
Yes,
so
as
honored.
you should.
Yes, we do. How have you dealt with fame all these years?
Oh, well, as you know, I've always been very humble and generous, despite my multiple talents. That being said, I'd like to go on record. Can I do that? I'd like to go on record as saying, I love all of my fans, but if you send me something to sign and I like it, I will be keeping it, okay?
So fair.
You've been warned.
Honestly, we should put out that same warning. That's a great warning. Does being such an iconic diva ever get hard in the spotlight?
Well, those lights can get very bright, and I do tend to sweat a lot. Wait, was that what you meant?
It probably wasn't, but you know what? We also, when the lights get warm, it gets very warm. I understand.
I know, it's kind of warm in here.
Yeah.
I'm kind of regretting wearing this boa.
Well, it looks gorgeous.
It does.
Yes, it does.
You know what? You have to take the sweat for the beautiful outfit.
Yes,
Exactly.
we must suffer for beauty.
Of course.
Right?
When you feel a temper tantrum coming on, maybe right now because of these bright lights, do you try and suppress it, or is karate the only way?
I'm sorry, for starters, who said I have temper tantrums? Huh? Who said that?
No, not
Who
us.
said that?
Not
It
us.
was
Is it somebody in this room?
It wasn't
Because
us.
I'll deck you.
Yeah.
I will.
We must have seen that somewhere on the internet. That can't be right.
Rumors, you know how they are.
Miss Piggy, you've had such a fulfilling career, but I have to ask you, has there ever been anyone that's maybe caught your eye a little bit more than Kermit?
More than Kermit? Oh, I mean, Kermit is very handsome. Have you seen him? Yes. In fact, I would say he's the only frog from Wa.
That's a
There've
good
been
call.
a lot of men, though. A lot of them. And I'll tell you about them sometime. Yeah, we'll have to go out.
Sign
okay, I'll
us
say
up.
one word.
okay,
I'll say
fine,
one word
fine.
now. Pit.
Brad?
Am I talking about Brad? Or the entire male cast of that hospital show? You'll have to stay tuned to find out.
We agree.
Yeah, agreed.
We agree. Miss Piggy, we love your outfit today. I mean, the boa, the gloves,
Yes.
the leopard print. It's all so glamorous. And since you're so glamorous and have a presence on social media, people have become obsessed with seeing people's get ready routines. Would you ever consider filming your own Get Ready with Miss Piggy?
What do you mean, get ready? This is just how I wake up.
Can't relate.
Seriously, that must be nice because some of us have to put in a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
Do you?
We do.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Makeup, hair, the whole thing.
Well, it's worth it. You look fabulous.
Thank you, Miss Piggy.
Thank you, Miss Piggy.
Miss Piggy, with the Oscars right around the corner, do you have a dream role that would finally get you that Oscars win?
Well, as you know, there aren't many roles out there for pigs. However, I don't see why Zendaya and I couldn't be up for the same role. Do you?
No.
I couldn't think of one reason why you wouldn't.
Not at all. You guys are so similar.
Yes.
You are a fashion icon in our eyes, sort of like Zendaya as well.
I mean, sort of. But
Sort of.
more.
Emphasis. You're way more.
Way more.
Do you have your own fashion icon besides yourself?
Of course not. Did you really come up with that question?
It was given to me
Yeah, okay.
by my team. You know how
Somebody's going to
teams
get
are.
fired.
Yep.
That is such a stupid question.
We make
It's the team.
we may have to cut that one. Oh, so sorry. We watched the new special, which we
you did?
loved.
Yes.
We
Did you
loved
like
it.
Loved it.
Loved it. How excited were you to get back on stage?
Oh, very excited. Well, as you know, I got my start in the theater, and it's where I feel my most alive. I mean, unfortunately, I've had to share it with some lesser talents. Not naming any names, of course. Gonzo.
No, not naming names.
Hijacked the show a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a
I'm
tad.
sure you have a Gonzo here.
Yeah, Noah.
Yeah, Noah. He's the one who wrote that question, the stupid one.
That was
huh?
him. That was all him.
All him.
Miss Piggy, what does your show prep look like?
Show prep? Show prep? What's show prep? Is that like a look? Like preppy or something?
Like preparing to get on stage.
Yeah, rehearsals,
vocal warm-ups.
Warm-ups.
Well, I look at myself in the mirror a lot.
I think that's really all
Does
you
that
need to
qualify?
do. I think so.
works.
I think that counts.
Okay, I guess that's it then.
What did you think of Kermit's management skills during the whole show? Because it seemed like he overpromised a lot.
Oh, did he ever? Believe you me, he's still paying for that too.
Kermit did pull your musical number last minute.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
Do you think he's a little bit jealous of your vocals?
Jealous? Oh, I never thought about it that way. That's kind of sad. Oh, pathetic, really.
Very.
I'd kind of feel sorry for him if I wasn't still holding a grudge.
Jealousy is a disease, Miss Piggy.
Well, maybe this will make you feel better. If it was your choice, whose act would you have cut from the show?
Oh, well, let's just say it wouldn't be called the Muppet Show. Get my drift?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Picking up what you're putting down. There was a last-minute recast in your Pigs in Wig sketch. Who was supposed to play the role of your secret lover?
Oh, that would be Pedro Pascal.
Ooh.
Yeah, his people will be hearing from me. But they'll be nice about it. Yeah, we're bound to work together sometime in the future.
I hope so. I would hope so. It's a good partner for you, Miss
That
Piggy.
would have been really good. A little bit cuter than Kermit, in my opinion.
Oh, don't say that.
Sorry.
Well, this he's not going to hear this. He doesn't watch this. Don't worry about it.
Sabrina Carpenter is the special guest for the special.
Yes.
What was it like working with her?
Oh, she's absolutely delightful. Yes. In fact, I saw a lot of myself in her. I think a lot of people do. Yeah. We're basically the same. When it comes to beauty and talent, it's like looking into a mirror.
We said the
only
same
imagine.
thing
Yeah.
when we were watching. It's like looking
Twins.
in a mirror. It seemed like Sabrina also admitted to taking your look as inspiration for her own. Any update on suing her for copyright infringement, maybe?
That's still in litigation, so I can't really speak about it. Yeah.
Fair.
Might want to just move on.
Okay, so next question. There's also some appearances from Seth Rogen and Maya Rudolph. Have you met those two before?
Well, we have the same mutuals.
Of course. I should have known.
Right.
My circle kind of like intersects their circle.
Yeah.
Over here. I could draw you a Venn diagram if you'd like.
That would be really
Let's get
helpful.
Noah on this. Noah! Make yourself useful and get me some markers and a whiteboard, will ya?
Yeah, once Noah gets us that Venn diagram, we could see more celebrity mutuals, more people you have in common with them. And
yes,
maybe
I think it would be very educational.
It would be. And maybe there's somebody else in there that you would love to work with in the next Muppet Show?
Oh, well, I'm sure there is. There's so many people I'd love to work with. Just as long as they understand they are second on the bill.
Absolutely. Miss Piggy's
and
number
in a
one
much
on the call
smaller
sheet.
font.
Is there anybody on your short list of who you would love to play you in a movie?
Moi?
Yes.
Yeah, moi. No, I'm saying moi.
Oh, you.
If anyone's going to make a paycheck playing me, it's going to be me.
Smart.
And besides, it's just too hard of a role. It would be impossible for anyone to play without moi's talent. And even then, some days it's a stretch for me.
I was thinking maybe an Oscar winner, somebody who's nominated for Grammys. I mean, we were just talking about Sabrina Carpenter, who I think we can all agree is the hottest blonde in the game right now.
Wait.
She's
I'm sorry.
performing at the Grammy.
I didn't agree to that.
Well, we
When
said
did
it before.
When did we agree to that? I
we
did not
talked about
agree
it.
that she's the hottest blonde in the game. I mean, maybe Parcheesi, but no. Am I playing in the game? Then it would be me. What are you talking about? I did not come here for you to put words in my mouth. Okay? That's it. I'm done. This is over. This is over.
Miss Piggy, come back. Miss Piggy.
Pulling the plug. Why are we shooting in this office anyhow? Out of my way.
Can we get our publicist in here?
Hiya!
That wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Thank you so much for watching and listening. We love you guys so very much. Reminder, tickets for our tour are on sale now, and we hope to see you there. We love you so much. We'll talk to you on Friday.